After that scene, 2 months later, he proposed to someone else, and which one said yes. So I feel he just wanted to get married for God.
2 months later. Thank God you didn't enter. 2 months later. So you really wanted to get married to somebody, and 2 months later you found somebody else to propose to.
No, his lady was already there all this while. So me, I was just like backup plan.
I always said
I don't want anybody.
I want my close friends to be there at least. But then I've always wanted, both crews. But then I'm thinking, how are my friends be there? Exactly. Everyone, welcome to another episode of Cocktails and Conversation, where we talk about every and anything, lifestyle, beauty, and so much more. Today we have with us three beautiful guests with us. We have Joshua, which is a recording artist. We have Tofarati, a content creator and also a writer. We also have Ifeanyi, who's a student and a graphic designer. How are you guys doing today?
Doing awesome, thank you.
Great. I love that. So can you just tell us a bit more about yourself?
Basically, I'm a recording artist, so I go by J4I.
Oh, J4I.
Yeah, so I'm really into the whole melody of music. Like I really like to. It's like an emotional headspace for me.
Oh, amazing.
To really express. Yeah, so that's how I see music.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Great. And Tofarati?
Yeah, let me be that by myself. I'm always writing it. When I'm not writing, I'm reading novels.
Fair enough.
I'm a student, but on the side I have a graphics designing job. I do some 3D arts and some also basic modeling, of different people's work. So far it's going well.
Amazing. So today we're talking about a very interesting topic. Are you guys ready to hear this topic?
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about blind dates.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Blind date. Exciting. So I'm just going to give Ifeanyi the privilege. What is a blind date? Give us like your definition of a blind date.
A blind date to me, I think it's when two anonymous people meet up to maybe try to connect. Let's see, just to see if they can connect as a date is said to be. And hopefully, if it all kicks off, it was a blind date and was successful at the end of the day. So to me, that is a blind date. Amazing.
Tofarati, to you?
Okay, well, to me, I feel they mustn't necessarily be strangers. In as much as it's an arrangement, you could be friends or you could be colleagues or someone is setting you up together. Do you understand? In as much as an arrangement.
So as long as it's somebody...
An arrangement anyways. So I think...
I believe blind dating is when two people obviously come together, but with the aid of social media.
So it always has to be social media?
Yeah, well, it doesn't always have to be social media. Like it can be someone else matchmaking two people to make it a surprise. Do you understand? So that can also be considered as blind dating. But then when you look at it from this aspect, for example, Tinder. I see that application as a blind dating.
It's blind dating space.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's amazing. So, what would you think? Why would you? Who has ever gone on a blind date here? Let's start from that.
Not me.
Have you been on a blind date? Wow, so we have no examples.
No examples.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you've been on a blind date.
I mean, I've used Tinder once before.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm not certain if it's completely a blind date because there was interaction and there are pictures involved. So it's not completely blind.
But was it physical?
It was physical meeting.
A physical meeting,
yes.
Okay. Through Tinder?
No, through Tinder is an application.
Yeah, I know. So it led to a physical meeting.
Yeah, it led to a physical meeting.
Oh, amazing.
So it was great, but of course nothing was substantial. Nothing was nothing carried on because I'm single as it is now. So That's it. It was good, Sha. It's a good application to end up meeting somebody because of course it has a high success rate from what I've heard and from what I've seen online as well.
So do you guys believe in dating apps?
What do you mean by believe in dating apps?
Do you believe you can find your person or your soulmate or your future partner with dating
I don't
apps?
think so.
Yeah, I think so because you can literally find them anyway. It could be.
You think so? You don't think so?
Yeah.
What?
I think
You don't
everything's
drive
50-50.
50-50.
Yes,
So we have a mix
it's
of.
all to chance. It's all
Well, true. It's all to show. I don't want to completely say I don't think so, but like there is a possibility.
possibility.
Yeah.
Possibility.
You know, that's. I have never used the dating app actually, so I don't know if anyone
I
else.
sure.
No, I've never used it. I'm very more into whatever will be kind of thing. So yeah,
That kind of thing. Yeah.
so that kind of thing. So I've never really even like opened a dating app to even see how it runs. So I'm really, so that's probably like a platform for a blind date because you're dating blindly,
Yeah.
right?
Testing the
Basically.
waters, basically.
'Cause I've been on a blind date before.
Okay.
Yeah, my friends set us up. My friends kind of set us up, and
Did you know you were being set up?
yeah, I mean
Okay,
we're
you
all
were
going to
all
yeah.
going to-
So yeah, it's like we're all
So
going
it
to
wasn't a surprise like, oh, Pelumi.
No. It was like, oh, I'm gonna bring my friend. We're all going out, and my friend was like, oh, I'm gonna bring my man's friend. So it could be like a double date, but the second person I was just meeting the person for the first time. So yeah, I've been on a blind date, I would say, before.
Okay.
But yeah, what's your perspective on blind dates? Do you think it's mainly successful, or do you think that what's your perspective, Tovarati?
I don't want to use this. I don't want to use this because it was like, yeah, after I'm still here, I'm still single. So I think it depends on both parties anyways, because if there's no connection, nothing is going to happen. We can literally be at the table and then we connect more on a friendly basis more than maybe the relationship.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of things you can bring out from that table.
Yeah, instead of
rather than relationship. You could even become business partners, who knows?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Joshua, what's your perspective on that?
Okay, so what I think is that blind dating. Wait, come again with the question.
Like, what is your perspective on blind dates? Do you think they're successful? Do you think it's something everyone should try and be into, or do you think it's a waste of time?
It's really not a waste of time because I want to come to understand that there are two types of people who go on blind dates, and these kind of people are the first kind of people. These are people who cannot physically approach someone else, someone they're attracted to, and really introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Or someone who's just looking for companionship and like just an adventure. You understand? So those are the two descriptions. So.
It's less chance.
Yeah.
You just kind of ate into my next question, which is
Really?
the reasons why
Okay.
people actually get in.
Yeah.
So yeah, you said
Okay.
companionship. You
Yeah.
said the person might be shy. Does anyone else have any other really adventure? So
That's about it.
can you get more about adventure?
Yeah,
Expansions of
you
it.
can literally just want to be wild. And then you want to meet someone who matches your level of wildness, and you're like, okay, let me see if I'm going to get that. And the minute you find a match, and then you guys go on a date together, of course, something, wild meets jam.
Yeah. What have you? What other reason would you go on a
Would I
blind
go on
date?
a blind date? Well, like they've said, of course, it's either I'm unable to approach somebody in person, or it's just to test the waters and try something new, try and see if I can find someone that is around my soulmate or is close to has the same similarities as me. However, I don't think there's really much to it other than those. I don't really think so.
Yeah, but do you think a blind date should be like flamboyant, candlelight, everything,
Oh,
or
well,
it could just be basic
It could be. It could
cinema?
be cinema, exactly. All this. It depends. It depends as well. Like we said, if the person you don't know if it's a blind date, you could do several things within a day. That's the thing. So you could either do that movie and end up doing a candlelit date, or or just stick to one option?
Personally, for me, I think it depends if both parties probably have a sort of conversation beforehand. Because maybe the lady must have hinted what she wants, or maybe the guy. But in situations whereby they don't have that kind of thing, it's just ideas. I feel like surprise should do. You know, females love surprises. And then maybe while I'm watching a movie, someone just comes with a cute note. Or then you're like, yeah, we're going to the restaurant next. So I think surprises.
Yeah, what do you think as well?
Surprises. It's quite exciting.
It's very exciting.
I like to anticipate.
It reminds me of one show like that. One show back then called was it Next? They used to do something like that. Did you ever watch it?
What is it
I think
about?
what is it? Was it a dating show?
Yes, it was a huge dating show.
Okay.
Really huge back then, like around 2013 or so.
Okay. What's it about?
Basically, it was just blind dates, just the same way it was. Just immediately you didn't feel, or was it? No, it was just they had something next coming up within that date, I think. So after a certain thing, maybe they watched a movie, then they'll go canoeing, then they'll go, to the zoo. They'll just, and it was like all paid for and
I mean, I had one dating show I always used to watch because I loved anything dating. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. But I can't remember the name right now. But it was just how, people will match. You kind of go on different dates and you pick who. In fact, even like dinner date. Like, who watches dinner dates? Like, it's a British...
I've heard of it. Though.
Yeah, dinner dates where you cook meals for your dates and then, you pick who you want based off of
the meal.
Wow, that's
with the person. No, but you get to spend time with the person as well,
Okay.
and also the meal as well. So that's obviously criteria. That's great. So what I wanted to even ask, do you think it's essential to have vex money on a date? What is vex money, Seth? What is vex money?
Okay.
Vex money in the male's perspective or the female's perspective?
Let's take it from your angle first.
Okay, my angle as per what I think.
Vex money is.
Yeah, I think vex money from the female's perspective is when, you're not sure, you don't know who this guy is, you don't know if
of
he
course.
can really afford, what you guys came to eat. So you just have backup money. So you say vex money just to give it a little slang, right? Yeah. So backup money, yeah.
So what from a guy's perspective, what is vex money?
From a guy's perspective, vex money is vex money is if you really, in my opinion, if you really, really want to pursue a relationship with that particular babe, having vex money is like extra money aside from what you're paying for. Okay, for example, you put her in an Uber and then you transport her home, like that's vex money. That's really doing the most like after the actual date itself. That's what.
Well, what would you classify as vex money?
I think from the guy's perspective, let me use the scenario where we went for a dinner, and then in the course of it, I as the lady perhaps stretches out my credit card to pay, and then the guy's like, okay, what to show? I'm going to do this, and then from there I take you on a boat cruise. It's just like me showing you that yes, you have your money, I have my money too.
I have my money too, okay? Yeah.
So from female perspective, I think it's money that will come through for you. Money because it's not wise when you're going out for the first time with someone you don't even know. Because what if the person has the mindset that yes, at this table it's 50-50. You carry your bill, I carry mine, and then I'm not with money. Will I wash plates?
True.
So you have to have money that's going to come through for you. That's vex money for me.
Yeah.
What have you?
I agree with
vex money is and I think it's essential to have vex money.
Yeah.
It's very essential. You don't know this person from anywhere, and then you're trying to, So let's talk about your pet peeves. So like, what would you say? What are the actual don'ts at a blind date? Then we're gonna go into like an actual relationship date.
Okay.
So Tofarati, what would you?
First is a partner that is much more centered on themselves. Like we're at the table, we're talking, but the only thing you're bringing to the table is just telling me about yourself. And maybe when I'm trying to like cut in to tell you a little bit about myself, and you're like, oh, I remember when I was like, and I'm just here, just drinking and listening to you. That's the first.
That's
thing
very
for me.
annoying.
And then secondly, please don't use toothpick at the table. Please, I will stand up. I will stand up from that table. Like I can't. I just can't. I think it's even more modernized now. There are floss that plastic floors that they made now.
Plastic
just
with
make
the
it
floors,
more
yeah.
serious. I think that's better. But then I can't imagine just being at the table and then
I
just
don't
sitting
know.
as well. I will stand
Oh
up.
no.
Fair. That's
That's
definitely
like
huge.
a huge one for me.
What have
Turn
you?
up.
What have you, Joshua?
Oh, me for me. Well,
What would you say? Is
what would I not want a woman doing on the table? Okay, I would definitely not want her, stuffing her mouth with food. That is.
If I'm hungry, I should not eat.
No, I mean like, just respect yourself. Like, I feel like you should just really
What
just
if I'm
respect
famished?
yourself.
I feel like I understand
Give
What if I was
Yeah,
fasting
like,
before?
At least like
But you can't be
like
looking
slowly.
hungry now.
Yeah.
Ah.
Also closing your mouth while
Because
you're
you're not really
chewing.
there for the
too.
food.
Oh, you think so?
You're there to make a connection.
That's
Connection.
your perspective. What if I just came for the food? I know that after this date, I'm not seeing you again. Let me just come and eat.
Then you're defeating the
There
purpose.
is small, small.
Yeah.
Abi. What do you think, Joshua? What are your? Let me sorry.
Well,
If I.
Basically, I think either I like eloquence. I like when you can intrigue me. So instead of just me talking all about myself or what I think, I want to know what you have to contribute to the world and what you know. I want to learn
From you.
From you, exactly.
So what are your pet peeves? Like what you don't want?
What I don't want.
What you don't want a woman doing at the table?
At the table. Probably constant texting. Like if you're just on your phone texting somebody. I'm like right in front of you. Like, why are you doing that to me? Right here.
It's almost like you can't wait to get off the table.
Yeah, get off the table. It's a rude thing. So and what else? Maybe probably the same thing as Josh. The eating habits. Just to take it slow. Let's not rush into the food. Just take some time. Talk.
Immediately
eat
once the
more.
meal is going on, tell them to bring another one.
But yeah, those are definitely for me. I'm definitely there. Like, don't be texting on the table. We're here to spend time with each other. Why are you texting
Exactly.
somebody why is it so important? Fine, your phone should be off. My phone can be on, but your phone should be off. Double standards.
Okay.
Double standards. So I think that's one thing for me. What else wouldn't I like on a table, on a dinner? And I don't know, to be honest. Has anyone ever gone on a bad date?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I don't have any
What do you
bad.
consider as a
I don't have any
That
bad.
didn't go well,
That didn't go well.
Yeah,
In
what
your
didn't go
from
well?
your own, yeah.
That made
So
you
we'll
want-
What's your
definitely.
perspective?
So tell us one of your bad date experiences, because I don't think I've
You
been on a
really
bad.
want to go there?
I don't think I've been on a bad
what
date.
makes it,
I
what
wouldn't
makes
say.
it a bad day?
Okay, I feel at the end of the day, when we're both leaving the table and then one party is unhappy, just at all, I'm there
Unhappy
myself
about
down.
what?
Why
I'm happy about coming there. You came for a date and you didn't enjoy it. If you didn't enjoy it, it's a bad date.
It's a bad date.
Yeah, you didn't enjoy it because the guy didn't engage you enough, or
No, she's
what
gonna
exactly
say
did
she's
you
gonna
not
say
enjoy?
how her.
You know,
Okay,
it's
bad
no
date
longer-
was, yeah.
Oh, my experience.
Yeah.
Wow, we got
I mean,
it.
we're here to share experiences, So
Oh, okay. I think this was probably 2018.
I mean, don't have to tell us the day, but we just want to know.
It was more during the festivals, yeah. And then it wasn't actually a relationship date anyways. It was more of like a birthday date. It was his birthday, and then he was like, I would love to hang out with you on my birthday. I was like, alright, no problem, now let's go. And then on getting there, well, he already had the surprise planned out and all.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to the table, we're eating, and then that was my first time with the trumpet people. And then they came, everybody was literally, even though I'm not comfortable with that kind of thing, and then people were like trying to make videos, and then the trumpet, the drums, and I'm just there looking like,
Well,
okay,
whose birthday?
his birthday.
Okay, they were blowing trumpet for him, right?
Yeah. I
But
feel
it was
like
just
you should
both of
have
you.
told me, because
But it was
I'm
just
not
both of you.
Yeah, it was just both of us. I'm not comfortable with that kind of thing. So I was just there like, okay.
But
And
what
then-
are you not comfortable? I don't.
I
Because this
know.
is his birthday. They're celebrating him, right?
Yeah, but then right
Okay,
from
you've
time
told
that,
him before.
yes, sure. You know that I'm not so comfortable with that kind of scene. Let me use that word.
Mm.
And then after knowing my feelings about that, you see, and I was just there looking like, all right, no problem. And in the meanwhile, while we're eating and all, before I knew it, you got down on the knee and you got out the ring, and I'm like, what is the ring for?
What's happened to you?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
I was like, who is the ring for?
Oh wow.
What's going on?
Oh wow.
That was literally my first proposal, mind you. I was like, wait, I was lost. I was really lost.
So he brought out a ring. Were you in a relationship?
That's the highlight too. We weren't actually together. Because the guy, I knew he actually had a crush on me.
Wow.
Do you understand? And I tried to reciprocate the feelings, but it wasn't just working because there were a lot of things that weren't connecting on.
Who was that?
The guy,
Himself.
me personally, I
She was
knew he
not
had a crush
connecting
on
on
me,
with
but I
him.
wasn't connecting with him.
Oh,
Do you-
yeah.
So to me, it was platonic, but then to him, I didn't even know
Why'd you feel like you were not connecting?
because conversations
Yes,
really, really
different.
flowing,
Okay.
and then maybe in the process of talking, I'll just black out.
Oh,
I'll just
Yeah, it
black
was
out.
not.
And then most of the time,
Well, it's not-
it
It was
was
getting
so.
your attention. It wasn't.
Yes, and this
interesting.
person is so I don't want to put financial oriented. Is the chronic 9 to 5. He feels that all other entrepreneurs are literally wasting their time.
Sure.
Everybody have to have a white collar job. Do you understand? So a lot of things. So me seeing the ring was a shock. And I was like, I asked like 4 times.
Imagine
Oh,
someone with that.
who is this ring for? And he was like, it's for
for
you.
you.
Will you marry me?
Wow.
I was like, ah. And I mean, is that why the trumpet is here? Because they were literally in the background. Maybe they were waiting for me to say yes
Oh my
and then
god.
resume.
Oh my
I was so
god.
embarrassed. It was in a public restaurant. I was really
Ah.
embarrassed.
Wow.
I was really
wow.
embarrassed.
Wow.
And then he was
He
like,
brought
the
trumpets.
trumpet
Wow.
on the ring that I did not even know.
Love sweet.
And then I was like, okay, you know what? Can we
Amazing.
talk outside? Can we talk outside? And then he said yes. And we stepped out. I was like, okay, what's going on? And he was like, I want to marry. I was like, what do you mean? We're not even together. Like, we're not dating. How can you just say you want to marry me? And then he was like, any lady would literally jump on the sofa. That was just the deal breaker for me.
Yeah, what does it
Really?
mean by
I was
it?
like, oh, I just called bike. I was like, no problem. Okada. And then I took bike and I left. Because that was just, but eventually I realized that he was just very tense about getting married then. Because after that scene, 2 months later, he proposed to someone else, and which that one said yes. So I feel he just wanted to get married for God
2 months
knows what
later.
reasons.
Thank God, thank God you didn't enter. 2 months later.
2 months later.
So you really wanted to get married to somebody, and 2 months later you found somebody else to propose to.
No, his lady was already there all this while. So me, I was just like backup plan. So that was just the bad date.
Who knows? Even that lady must have been the backup plan.
Yeah. Honestly.
Because he would have proposed to her first. If she was the backup, if you were the backup plan, you would have proposed to her first, and then you would have heard that somebody didn't answer him. He now came to meet
honestly,
you.
I couldn't just leave. I couldn't leave past that experience.
Wow.
That's when I want to go on a date next. I'm always asking, do you have any surprises? Let me know that.
No, that's definitely. Oh, I don't know. That's a whole lot. I don't know. I've never been on a bad date, so I don't know what to. I really don't know. Does anyone else have a?
I have an experience myself.
Okay.
Well, there was this one day I knew someone, we were going on a date, and we went to this what was it called, Sailors? I think, even though Sailors in Lekki, yeah. So we went there for the day, and we decided at first, okay. I asked, where would you prefer to sit as a gentleman? And she said, okay, maybe by the boat area, like by the water side. I said, sure, let's go there. We ordered a few drinks, ordered some food, and then we were settled, talking normally. It was all going well. And all of a sudden, flies started coming, and it was just like, I was just trying to patch on the food. So we're like, okay, should we just move inside so that we can avoid these flies? Next thing she was like, okay, let's move inside. Then I said, let me just make sure the waiter does it for us. Let's just go instead of us actually carrying the food around the whole Sailors. So that happened, and then she was like, no, let me just carry myself. I know you want to be humble, but if it's a date setting, just allow the people that are there do their job, and you just go with it. So that really spot it for me. I don't know. So yeah, I ended up carrying my plates to the next table inside.
And you left that.
I know she was not carrying her plate too now. because I can't force you to do what you don't want to do either way. And even though I want to say feel prideful, but even though it makes it not even that, just like, even though it's not what I would prefer to do, I just did it just because that's what the person would like. But to me, that also spoiled the date for me. And after eating, she even made a mess. I made a mess on the table, and she made a mess on the table too. So it was just a terrible date.
You made a mess like the food pod or what?
Yeah.
What do you mean? The food pot?
Yeah, the food, the chicken, the stew, everything was just. It's just a terrible.
The part that killed me was she made a mess, I made a mess, everybody made a mess.
So,
That's so
and
crazy.
then the bill was now high, so the
The guy was like over on top everything. I now have to pay a lot. That's crazy. Do you have an experience?
Oh no, I don't have this.
That's crazy. So what would be your ideal? We're actually gonna go really soon because our time is fast spent. But what's your ideal date? Is anyone?
Ideal date.
Ideal blind date or ideal date?
I picture a very classy, evening. Yeah, facts though. I picture a very classy evening. I want it to be like a prom kind of setting, not overly, dressed up in the prom.
But just
dress
long
and stuff,
dress.
Long dress. I really like silk.
I agree.
And flashy shoes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Some diamonds.
So the setting itself. So you've described the girl, like the setting.
Yeah, the
how
setting
it?
is classy.
Oh, classy.
Yeah,
just
very classy.
dinner, more of dinner.
Dinner with these warm lights, not these sharp.
Like warm, like antique, kind of feel. I get what you mean. Like very
cold restaurant. Very cold restaurant.
Oh my God, he's putting me in the mood.
Things are going to flow.
He's putting me. What's your ideal?
Boat cruise.
Boat cruise.
Yeah, let's go on boat cruise. It could be probably dinner date setting. It's just both of us goofing around.
Just the two of us.
Just a boat cruise.
We can make it if you. What's yours?
Oh mine. I think mine would be probably skydiving.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This guy is not
on the skydiving date.
Yes. I don't mind.
What
I want
so
something
you definitely need somebody that loves that for you, because I am not going skydiving anywhere. I'm not going to sky anywhere. Skydiving, cool.
And then you dive down, and then once you get there, and then there's a whole setting as well, set up for you in a cozy room environment. You don't have to dress up too much, but you have maybe a movie on, and then you have a set course. They bring everything. After that thrill, then it's a little cozy. That's how I feel would be nice.
Oh, I love the sound of that. I like the sound of that. The thrill and then the warmth.
Yeah.
The ifying fever. I get it. I get it. So all right, this brings us to the end of another episode. Unfortunately, we have to go. But I'm sure everyone had a very good time today, just talking. And I know everyone has just probably, can relate to some of the things you see. Him, classy, thrill, boat cruise. Oh wait, I didn't even say mine.
Yes.
Yeah. What's my ideal date? Let me see. I think more of class, to be honest. Like just, nice restaurant and.
How come none of you wants to go to Buka?
Buka.
Yes, now let's go eat Amala.
And that's when that's a random already date.
Really.
It's random, not an ideal. We're talking about an ideal.
So Amala is not an ideal date. Okay, let's move on.
It's that ideal, but more of like a nice restaurant. To be fair, boat cruise for me as well, but just really nice, classy. As long as it's me and my partner, whatever, whoever I'm with, or whatever. Yeah, it'll be.
Whatever. You want me to look at?
Don't make me laugh, please. But so that's it for me. So that's it from us this week.
Yeah.
Cocktails and conversations. We'll see you guys next week. Do like, share, comment, subscribe, everything you need to do, on social media and get buzzing. We'll see you guys next week on Cocktails and Conversations. And without further ado, bye-bye.